Hello and welcome. Before we begin, we'd like to take a brief moment to share an important disclaimer. The views, opinions, and statements expressed on the Rascals Lounge podcast are solely those of the host and guests and do not reflect the views of any organization, employer, or sponsor. This podcast is provided as is and is intended solely for informational and entertainment purposes. Discussions on this podcast may include topics such as politics, vaccines, the pharmaceutical industry, professional sports, esports professionals and organizations, content creators, music, medicine, law, science, psychology, herbal medicine, supplements, cannabis, nicotine, alcohol, religious leaders, faith-based beliefs, and other related subjects. All commentary is based on publicly available information, personal experience, or personal opinion. Any references to public figures, political parties, politicians, athletes, organizations, religious groups, or individuals, living or deceased, are opinion-based and are not intended as factual claims or statements that could harm reputations. No content on this podcast is meant to defame, discredit, or negatively impact the reputation of any person, group, political party, religious faith, or entity. The host and guests expressly disclaim all liability for defamation, libel, slander, or any misinterpretation of the views expressed. This podcast does not provide professional advice of any kind. Comments or discussions involving doctors, scientists, psychologists, attorneys, athletes, religious leaders, politicians, or other professionals, including those related to health, training, injuries, performance, the pharmaceutical industry, herbal remedies, supplements, cannabis, nicotine, alcohol, vaccines, or alternative treatments, are intended for general informational purposes only. Listeners should never start, stop, or alter any medication, treatment plan, religious practice, legal action, financial decision, or substance use based solely on content heard on this podcast. Always consult with a licensed professional or qualified advisor in the relevant field before making any decisions related to health, law, religion, finance, or lifestyle. The host and guests make no representations or warranties regarding the accuracy, completeness, or suitability of the information presented, and disclaim all responsibility for errors, omissions, or outcomes resulting from the use of this content. The podcast and its content are provided as is, without any express or implied warranties of any kind. By listening to, reading, or otherwise accessing this podcast, you acknowledge and agree that the Rascals Lounge podcast, including its host and guests, shall not be held liable for any interpretations, actions, or consequences resulting from the content of this program. We strongly encourage all listeners to think critically, do their own research, and form independent judgments before acting on any topic discussed. Listener discretion is advised. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Rascals Lounge podcast.
Okay, man. Finally, we got this rolling here. I came off work. Let me tell you how much I wanted this interview. I got off work at 7 o'clock in the morning. I worked from 7 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning, 12-hour shift at the hospital. So I go home, came home around, because I'm not home at 7 in a dot. Of course, I clock out at 7. And then by the time I get home, it's around 7:30, 7:45. I take a nice, good hot shower, and then I go to sleep. Come to see, I only got like 1 hour and 15 minutes of sleep. And I said, you know what? I'll do it for this young man. I'll do it for you. And then after this is done, I'm going back to sleep. But just so you know how much I really wanted this, I wanted to take the time to, sacrifice my sleep just to spend it with you. And trust me, I don't mind. It's an honor to have you on, man. Can you tell the listeners around the world how you pronounce your gamer tag?
Oh yeah, so firstly, sorry.
Oh no,
I did not know that.
Nah,
But but it means a lot. Coming to the show. I know how much work you put in. I've been seeing a couple of your videos already, and it's pretty nice, man. To have this kind of content, especially for Siege. So
Thank you.
it's an honor to be here. So my nickname is basically my socials everywhere. So Bodega de Leão, and it came
Bodega de Leão.
Bodega de Leão, yeah.
Bodega de Leão. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Portuguese name. It doesn't like the connotation. It doesn't have it in English like owl.
Mhm.
So it just basically means Bodega is a lion, basically. And
Oh, Bodega León.
Yes, yes.
See, I could pronounce it because I'm Spanish. I'm Puerto Rican, so I could kind of it kind of rolls with my. I was wondering what does this mean? So I said I'm
But
dying to ask him.
that's a very like old joke from a very specific group in Brazil. From me, like it's from a different era when I was a child,
Mm,
and I just kept it, because it was that was my PSN, my nickname at PlayStation Network, and that was when I started getting pro. Cause like for example, how it's happening right now with ENA with the Jinxie-verse, it's kind of what happened with Brazil.
mm,
But way back, like at the games first started like with the Battlefield players. The Brazilian scene started with a lot of the Battlefield scene,
hmm.
and some of the PC players, and they were all aimers, and they had the strategic side from Battlefield. But the homegrown Siege players were starting to grow up on PS4 mainly for Brazil.
Oh
And
wow.
during that time, 2015 to 2018, um, that's when like all this current generation of players that are in Brazil right now, they came to be, most of those players from that era played in PS4 most of the time. Besides Handy and Nade and a couple other players that came from Xbox,
Hmm.
but mainly it was PS4 back then. And yeah, and
Really?
when I switched back to PC, I kept my nickname just because of the era, because it was unforgettable.
It is unforgettable and it's very unique. Very unique. I mean, you don't hear it anywhere else. That's fine. But
Yeah.
over here, NA, well, the people they cut it in half. They just put Budega.
Hmm.
You know, so they just
No, it's just Boo Boo, probably. Yeah,
or
people
Boo
just say
Boo.
Boo Boo. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Wow, that's
that's
neat, man.
that's why Marco always calls me, like every time, and he just says Boo Boo, or a couple other people too, players.
Marco,
And
the CEO of M80.
yes, yes, yes.
You still keep
Marco.
in contact with him? He's a nice guy. He was on the pod. He came on my podcast when it first started.
No, yeah, Marco. Me and Marco, we go way back. I basically helped found him Emedi, and I'm still like I have a very big devotion to the org, although I'm not there.
Yeah.
And my goals as in my career do not align with Emedi anymore because I don't want to play in A. Um, but yeah, I love the org. I want to see them grow, and I want to see them get into the top. And I'm very happy that they won Munich, because that was a thing that kept itching our backs for a while. It was the only thing that I could not do was the title. I gave him everything but that. So it was I'm so thankful for especially Fabian to do that, and it was amazing to watch from the sidelines. I'm very happy for him, very happy for the boys, and I just hope they grow. Even now with Ashen, I think that the team is gonna be very good too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's going to be a very, very interesting season. Interesting year because now Ashen is in there. Ashen is a phenomenal, humble young guy.
yes,
I had Fultz on, and Fultz, kind of said a lot of people, you know, mistake him. He's a really good guy. He's very, very nice. What you see on camera is not what you're really getting.
no, not
He's
even
nothing
close.
like that. He likes to troll. He likes to get under the skin, like boxers do. So, and I totally agree. Ashton is really cool. I have a good friendship with Gunner, and Gunner's a really nice guy. Very good player as well. Um, but yeah, man, that is awesome. That is really awesome. Now, you kind of like, did you retire? Because I know there was that big incident that happened when you were within M80. Was that what really kind of caused you to leave the org, or was it that you got dropped, or what kind of like happened there?
So
Because I kind of like didn't. I know this is gonna be one of the topics because a lot of people are gonna want to wonder what happened, what really happened behind the scenes, because what we see is one thing, but what goes behind is another thing that's not told. And but I mean, I just can't believe just over that little fuss, that you had, it's gonna make you, in or drop you. I mean, I don't know if there was something more to it, or was it like you're like, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this no more. Because I know you're a very passionate guy. Okay, I could see you're very passionate, and you're very devoted to the organization. You love this org. And I could tell that, and I could see that, how much you love. Well, you're about to body slam somebody, but that's how much you love the org. But, um, what kinda, like, happened that made you, like, either, "I don't wanna do this no more."
no, I have not retired. I wanna come back. I will come back at the end of my ban.
Okay.
Um, so basically, like I during the during SI of last year, I was playing a playoff match against Dark Zero, um, which I'm still very good friends with everyone on that team, specifically Nathan,
I was
also
gonna ask
Cameron,
you still friends with
everyone.
Nave?
I'm very good friends with Nathan.
Yeah.
Vivas is on secret right now, and he hired Nate. So
Oh, okay.
yes, we
So
are
you
very good
so,
friends
this is why
with
I'm
them.
saying that a
Like
lot
it's
of stuff.
just
Yeah.
it was that day. It was a complete like, okay, let's just fuck with the life of this guy for 2 years. That's it. Like somebody wanted to fuck me over. That's not. There's no discussion. There's no discussion on that because
Hmm.
it was so overreacted to everything that happened, to the blood, to everything, and I'm still going to continue with playing Siege. I'm gonna handle these 2 years. I've been very well compensated from the past, in the past of my career. So in these 2 years, I've been able to cap myself financially and live. I will commit to that. Like I had the opportunity to start streaming, but that has been a decision I took it to the sidelines at this moment because if I wanted to come back to Siege and play professionally and still make the title that I want to make a title winning team. That's my goal. I just want
Mm.
to finish this career. I've been playing Siege for almost 11 years. I've got second place, I got third, I got fourth, but I never won a chip. That's my thing. I wanted to win my chip before I end my career. And people are killing me for this because they took me 3 years of my prime for overreacting. Overreacting. They're literally somebody that hates me and just bends me over this, and it's incredible. And I just want to take it to them and finally win my chip before I end my career. Basically, yeah, that's it.
So
Like I just
you're
want to take it to the gym and go.
you wanna get your champ. Do you believe like, "Hey, you coulda gave me 6 months or probably a year, but not" how many
That
years
was
they
the
gave you?
only thing they made it right. The only thing because that thing because I was already banned for a year.
Mhm.
The second punishment was supposed to be 2 years. That's the only thing that was on the rule book that they were correct. The only thing that they made it correct
Hmm.
on that day. There was nothing else around because even the situation, Jeff, was basically I was on a game, map 3, okay? This is I call a timeout. It's 1-2 for Dizzy. And usually call timeouts when it's a key round on the game. And I
Mhm.
really want my team to win that next round, you know? And I make I start every single timeout that I ever done in my life. If you can see my first event at Site 21 5 years ago before this tournament, you can see me getting close to the players when it's my timeout because that's how I react.
Correct.
personal body like how you express is part of how you act, right, towards the player.
Mm-hmm.
They understand better. Some players understand better when you're reacting with your hands, and he can see you how
Exactly.
you're portraying. So I get very close to Gunner, and
Okay.
I start talking. Usually there's an admin that just goes at me, or I can see that they can't hear me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There's either two things that when I know that timeout ends, either somebody goes at me and says, "Hey, it's over," or the mic cuts off and the player says, "Yo, it's cut off." Okay?
Oh, okay.
All right? On that specific moment, it was that one here, because the mic apparently did
So
not
they
turn
tapped
off,
you. Okay.
did not tap me apparently. That was their mistake. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And then when the round ends, we lost the round, by the way. Okay? So it was 3-1. They paused the game and said to me that I cheated, that I passed the timing of the timeout more than I could, but they were supposed to cut me off on the mic. So how
Yeah.
the fuck
Yeah.
did I
And
break the
how is that
rules here?
cheating? That's not freaking.
And
I mean, in my opinion, eh, uh, that's not
then they took
cheating. That
one
could that
more
could be a
round. So
penalty, but not cheating.
the penalty was okay. So the penalty was one more round. So it was 4-1. The game was even more unwinnable. They just basically match fixed the game by themselves. They match fixed the game, map 3, a decisive map of a playoff of a world tournament. They match fixed the game. This was a clear match fix. And
Mm.
then when the match ended, no, during the match, Nath, uh, he kept like typing on the chat. Oh, you're cheating, boo boo. You're talking to the players, blah 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 blah. So that was the reason why after the game I went to him and I said what I said. But he can testify to that. I did not say a single bad word to him. I was just saying about how he portrayed on the chat about that specific thing, because my family was watching this, their family, his family was watching this, a lot of people were watching this, and I did not cheat. That was a very specific accusation that he made, and I did not find that cool at the time, because
Yeah.
he was a friend of mine, and that was it. When I was going at him with him
Yeah.
there, I was just coming back to the place, and I'm fat as fuck. I'm fat as fuck. I did not intend to do anything with him. And he knows that. Everyone around that room knows that, based on the things I was saying.
Yeah.
There's audio, there's video of the things I was saying.
Yeah. There was an
I was
audio
di-
clip.
I,
I saw the video
yes,
too.
I was not saying bad words, anything at him. I was just saying things towards that specific thing on the chat.
Yeah.
Nothing else. There was no bad blood with him, nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. No rage about the loss or anything. It was just this that I found uncool, you know?
Could it be that
That's
he
it.
was
And
just
then,
trolling and doing that to get under your skin on purpose? I mean, it's an
yeah,
opinion.
but yes, of course, of course. I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I said, Jeff. That's exactly what I said. I
Mm-hmm.
said, bro, I love trash talking. I trash talk a lot too, but there's some things you just can't say.
Yeah.
There's some things you just can't say. Like you just never see me calling somebody else a cheater on a world tournament. I said a
Yeah.
lot of awful things already, but I never said this, because I know there's other people's families. For
Yeah.
example, when Paulo's dead on Liquid at Site 21, he
Mm-hmm.
was at Liquid. His Paulo's dad died in the middle of the tournament. On the first game, I trash talked the shit out of them, and we won. And on the second game, winners final, no, losers final of SI, I did not trash talk them a single round. We got rammed by them. Why? Because his dad died. Why the fuck would I do that? Why? You know? That's the type of
Mm-hmm.
things. There's some code, of contact on the trash talk. You don't see like Ashen doing this type of stuff. It's me. You know? That's all. That's all it
Wow.
is. You know?
Man.
But yeah, I kept it to the gym. I thanked the band, I will continue, and they will see me on a World Tournament again. And let's
Good,
see how it
good.
goes. Next time,
Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest with you, and this is like once again, this is an opinion. I think that some of the rules are kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna give you one other perfect example. I believe that when there was the alleged situation that Chico was allegedly cheating at one time years ago, and they banned him for like what was it, 2 years or something. I think these bans were just over a little bit too much. I mean, hello, he is
they have
competing
to
every
understand it's our life.
yeah.
They don't understand that. They don't understand that we take it for our life. I took
Exactly.
the
I
decision
mean,
to be a pro, so like they just gave it away.
yeah, yeah, I think it's freaking. I mean, in my opinion, it's kind of like a little bit too extreme. I can understand they could, hey, listen, you're gonna be on a on timeout or something, or you're gonna be suspended for the next 6 months. Okay, you're suspended for 6 months. You got to know how to control yourself on camera. You got to control yourself during the tournament.
Off the stage, if you could be just an
Yeah,
analyst, like I was on X on the first ban. When I got banned, I could be the strategic coach. I just could not be behind the players. Do that for two
exactly.
years. For two
I
years, I'll
mean,
do that fine.
I
I'll do
think
that
is
perfect. Okay, that's I even I even prefer being on the sidelines. I prefer making only my shots, even if
yeah.
they do that. But taking my job for 2 years, my
Yeah,
income,
that's a little bit,
that's
for
crazy.
me, my opinion, that's a little bit too extreme. For that, that's a little bit too extreme. I mean, personally, I don't like it. I would have I would have, oh man, that's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. And
But yeah, at the end I'm crazier because I could be streaming and winning some money, a lot of money, because I have good friends
yeah,
in it, and I was beginning with to start to stream as soon as Fat started streaming, and we had the same ideas. Mainly, all mostly, not a, a lot of the ideas Fat has. I don't want to say came from me, but a lot of the ideas, like we
a big
talked a lot.
percentage. Let's say a
Not
percentage.
a big percentage, but like we talked a lot about it. Me and him
Okay.
together. It was like, and I'm very happy that it worked for him. Very happy, and it will work for me in the future. I just can't do that if I wanna win. I just
Hmm.
can't, and that's the issue. Like I can't win money and I can't work because
Ah,
if I work, I miss the VODs. For example, there's EU League today, and I can't miss it. There's Brazil League. I gotta watch every game. You know,
yeah,
I gotta watch every game. And I can't miss it because I gotta be updated. I gotta make new strats. I gotta keep. I still have a Google Drive, Jeff. I still
yeah.
make my strats
Oh, you do?
because yes,
Okay.
because
Wow.
or else it's fucked. And I still have a lot of friends in the scene, and I talked with strats with them. Some of them I give actual like contractor. They give me money sometimes if I pass the boo boo package. But yeah, I still engage a lot with the Siege, and I still wanna win, and I still think I can win, based on the things I see.
Wow.
There's still a way for me, and I wanna make history. It's a hard challenge I put up. First thing I did, uh, to control a lot of my anger, and I think it's gonna get better. You guys are gonna see Boo Boo Prime, basically because I lost a lot of weight.
I could
I
tell, man. You freaking look good.
Yes, and for that, like I did just fitness and diet, no shot, like no like Ozempic type shit. Just just getting thin, but that was mainly for my mental. I wanted to work with that because it was at the end there was costing me a little bit. Um, and yeah, to make this happen, I set up a goal plan of everything I needed to make this happen. So I had to keep my mind at siege. I had to make gym every day, and I also took a lot of things on the sidelines, which I don't want to explain a lot of my secrets yet,
Yeah, you're good.
but there's a lot of other things that I did on my sidelines, research and on the mental side for the players that I want to portray for my next team. My next team will probably be my last. Very much likely will be my last team.
Yeah.
Um, I will not. Um, and also like that.
Well, never say never because you
My
never
age,
know.
my age to come back is crazy, but like I don't want to make it wrong. I don't want to make it wrong like this time. I will not make a mistake. I won't lie, Jeff. I have received offers, even though I'm banned. I have received a lot of offers to continue playing Siege, even banned, but I refused all of them,
Yeah.
every single one of them, mainly because I wanna win. And if I
Yeah.
took that kind of offer, Ubisoft, it's like an excuse for them to ban me again. And
Yeah.
I won't do that. I won't do that. I
You're
will
playing
not
it
commit a single mistake this time.
correct.
You know.
Good for you, man. Good for you. I mean, you deserve it. I mean, do what you got to do. Your name is attached to it, your legacy. You always want to be remembered like, hey, I made a mistake. And with this, now I corrected it. I'm a total changed man. And everybody deserves a second chance. I mean, I say this all the time, everybody deserves a second chance. You didn't do, in my opinion, you didn't do something so severe, and this is coming from my bottom of my heart. You didn't do something that deserved 2 years. I am so sorry. Just because you got really close to Gunner and talking or whatever it was. I think it should have been a slap in the hands, a 3 months thing, or give you just a year, or just the rest of the season. Hey, you can't come back for another 3 games or whatever, but not 2 years. I mean, that is like far beyond my opinion. The punishment was a little bit too steep. Now, I'm gonna ask you if you could have gone back in time. You're back in that scenario. You're back at that face off against Dark Zero. What would you done different?
Nothing. I love the future I'm at right now. Vivas
Mm.
won his chip with Secret immediately after,
No, but I'm saying, what
and
would you do in that case
everything that
when you
happened
were?
after, like I'm very happy with the future I got. I'm very happy.
Okay. Now I get it.
I'm
So,
very
so
happy
God has a purpose for everything.
because
You had to go through that
people
situation
don't
to
know.
become the man who you are now.
People don't know, but that was gonna be my last tournament with M80, like regardless. I had received offer before the tournament started, before I joined M80 again for
Hmm.
that last team. Um, I would I received offers from G2 to be the strategic coach before cameraman, and I also received an offer from me and Spoy to join DZ before
Mm.
SI. The same team that I beefed with. Remember that
Correct.
that
Yeah.
team that team wanted me to be their coach before Candy,
Wow.
and I refused all of them because that was gonna be my last tournament for an A, and I wanted to do with the team that I have found, which was M80. That was supposed to be my last tournament because I was gonna return to Brazil regardless of everything. Even if I returned to T2, me and Vivas were gonna return to Brazil. Because we wanted to, in my opinion, I've been uh, in the past, like for the past year or so, I've been, I won't lie, I watched a few scrims from a few T2 teams, just to keep my mind fresh.
Hmm.
Um, and I can definitely say, man, like it's not a strategy today in today's meta, like it's not that Brazil is better strategically, because I can't say that because a lot of teams, especially in A, on the strategic side, they're very good at that. I would say that the difference today, that why Brazil is so much better, is mainly due to performance. Like the level of performance on scrums is just insane there. Like there's just another level of awareness and reactions. Like the reactions is just faster. The things happen faster.
Yeah, I
The
kind of
the
noticed
the
that.
situations happens like on a the so you have very little time to breathe on the scrums in Brazil. On game day even worse, but on scrums it's just people are, there's no pressure on scrums, and basically Brazil scrums is just like Premier League type shit, Like it's another level, Like it's when, let's say, which sport do you like the most?
Out of
Out
Siege,
of Siege,
out
yeah,
of esports.
yeah,
Oh man, I like a lot of sports, but my main one would have to be like NFL, like the
NFL.
American
Okay,
football. Yeah,
so if you watch American football, um, there's there's a level to that, right? Like that you're familiar familiar with it, Oh, this
correct.
is prime football. If you go and watch, like, let's say, European football,
Hmm.
the not
The soccer.
not soccer, not soccer, actual football, it's gonna be an awful game, right? They're gonna play very bad football, right?
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So it's a different level, like it's not strategic. They use the same strategies, it, but like the players doing it, it's a different level performance.
Well,
And
I think
then
there's a
they
better
take,
way
yeah,
to explain what
I
you're
might
trying to
be,
explain. Like in the Olympics, you got the basketball teams, right? You got the
yeah,
basketball team of Japan versus United States.
yes.
Okay, you're gonna know who's gonna win. You know, they can use the same strategy, but they're not gonna have the
And then
Michael
like the
Jordans.
situations,
The players that are just, I mean,
and then
phenomenal.
that's why like NA or you, they have to, the stars have to align for them to win a tournament, because um the players need to be at their absolute best
Correct.
to win a tournament, because they're not used to that level of performance what they really scrim every day. A maybe can scrim 9 maps a day, but they will not be able to perform at the same level consistently as the other Brazilian teams, because they do not experience that every day, They scrim Karn, they scrim DZ, they scrim a lot of teams there, like they play different Siege than Brazilian teams.
Hmm.
And it just fucks them up, because the Brazilian teams, they do not need to be at their absolute best to win a tournament, you know? W7M Prime, when they won 3 in a row, I'm very good friends with Pox. I was the first player to, I was the first coach to present Pox to the world, and he said to me, like, in every single time, like, how dominant was the team in each every single chip. So on the first chip, he said he knew he was gonna win, because on scrims he was destroying everyone.
Hmm.
On the second title, he was still consistently winning, but not as dominant on scrims. On the third one, on the SI, where they did the reverse fallback, the reverse comeback, 0-2 to 3-2 against FaZe, they were getting shit on scrims every day. Shit on.
Wow.
They won that tournament basically out of like sheer force of will, and how much they were preparated by getting shit on scrims, So it does not matter like if you're like playing well or not. It just matters the intensity and the level of the scrims that you're experiencing, And any team that goes for, let's say, you have 10 teams in Brazil to qualify, and the Brazil League is so hard. It's so fucking hard. If you are in the top 4, you will you are automatically one of the best teams in the world. Automatically.
On the top
Because
four?
yes, on the top 4 of Brazil. You're automatically on the top 8 of the world. Automatically. Because
Hmm.
It's so hard to qualify on that league. It's so fucking hard because there's like, it's it's literally Dark Souls. It's literally Dark Souls. And
Oh my,
when you
that's
go
a good
to,
comparison. Dark Souls.
it's literally Dark Souls.
Like, yeah,
Because
I would give
everyone is
up.
prime. Everyone is crazy. Every single team is crazy. They know how to play Siege. They have a theory. They have a play style. They have a set goal in mind. They play structured Siege. They play chaotic Siege. They play any type of Siege, and it's really strong. And then when you go to an A or EU, there's like, who's going to the major. You know exactly
Yeah,
who's going to the major. And there's no
that's
competition. Zero competition there. I know that for a fact because I worked EU with Secret and I worked in NA for 5 years, and I did not miss a single major. A single one. Even with I played with a T2 team, Jeff, and still qualified to the major there.
oh my god,
That's how
really?
easy it is. Yes,
Oh
with
my
the Packers
god.
team, remember? So yeah, that's
Which
how it is.
team?
It is with Packers team, CL for life.
Oh, okay.
When we won the LCQ for the major, before the two teams could qualify to the major if they
Mm.
won the LCQ, but that's not a thing anymore. But before, it was. Um, that's how it is. It was, you know.
Now, why
And
would
in
wouldn't?
Brazil, for example,
Yeah.
the first time I ever qualified to a major was ENA. I spent like, as soon as the majors thing started to happen, I went. It was for a year in Brazil. We got third at SI, and then we did not qualify for a single major that year. Why? Because of competition. It was so fucking hard to qualify. You had to pray to qualify for one event there, you know. And the only one event that I qualified there was SI. I got third. You see?
Mm.
And then the next year I did not qualify for a single one. The third place in the world could not qualify in that league for a year. You see how crazy the league is?
Yeah,
And then I
that's
left, and
third place is phenomenal.
yeah, and then boom, can't qualify for a year. Why?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I tell people, some players when they lose in a tournament, I'll DM in private. I go, listen, keep your head up high, because frickin' getting a bronze medal at an Olympics is amazing. You got a medal. Congratulations. You made third place. Congratulations. Guess what? The team that was in fourth, they wanted your third place. They rather have third than have fourth.
Yep. And
It's amazing to be the top three. I mean, you're a freaking GOAT. You're amazing. But, oh man, that what kind of hits me to the heart is that you said during that time that was your last season with M80 and playing
MIBR,
for
yeah.
NA, and you were gonna go back to Brazil. Were your plans was most definitely like to quit Siege, or are you just gonna play for an org for Brazil? Like, for an
Yes,
example, were you gonna
I
go
was
for W7M or go for FaZe or something like that?
Yeah, so my goal, me and Vivas, was to either get on a team that was gonna get rebuilt, so we were gonna wait specifically for that transfer season, which is the side transfer season. So we were gonna explore that. If we were able to make a team with rookies, we wanted to prove to at least two rookies, because that's how I felt the best team of all time was made, which was W7M, and they started with three guys that were experienced and two guys that were rookies that started to be proven consistently, and eventually they changed a few players, those experienced players, and then it became a full rookie team. Um, and eventually they won everything, That's how we initially planned out to be, but then we got banned.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it got delayed. We're still gonna do that. It's still gonna happen. It just took me 2 years of research. They gave me 2 years of research.
They
I already
gave you.
know. At this point now, I am a year and 2 months off the band. I already know which the players I'm gonna want. I already know the org I'm gonna play for. Cause yeah, I have everything planned out. For when I
Yeah.
come back.
Now,
I
how
ain't
many
gonna be
months
out.
left do you have for it to drop?
So it's gonna be up until next year's SI. So
Okay.
this whole competitive year plus SI next year. So February.
Mm. Oh man, I'm sure Marco wants you back.
Oh no, no, no! Like me and Marco, we're gonna come. I'm probably gonna come back soon to Amity, but now has for Siege.
Yeah,
Hopefully for just for esports in the future. I
correct.
just wanna keep working with him. I just love the guy and met him.
He's
Yeah.
a nice. He's a really good attorney. This guy has more titles than a doctor. When I brought him onto my podcast one time, it was like, it was really nice. But when I looked at all the stuff this man studied, I'm like, geez, Louise, this guy's a scientist. He's a doctor. I mean, not that he literally has that, but he has a lot. He has more titles than a scientist, doctor, whatever. He's very, very smart. And I didn't know he was like, this guy's a brain.
And he's a big gamer, big fat gamer.
Yes.
I'm friends with him on Steam, and he plays everything, every single game that launches. He knows. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff.
He's just a few years older than me, and I felt good. I'm like, oh man, good. We got some people of our age group that are diehard gamers, and he's one of them. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. Very smart. Was he trying to fight to bring down that penalty lower instead of 2 years, bring it down to like let's say a year?
Yeah, he's been trying to do that, but they just hate me, so I'm just gonna thank me.
Allegedly. This is all allegedly, folks. At the end of the day, look, it happened. It made you to be a better person. If you receive lemons, something that they say here in the United States, if you receive a lot of lemons, make lemonade.
A big thing. Fed will love this because he loves this kind of things. There's a thing that I learned from Fed specifically. It's called narrative.
Mm.
It's a huge thing on team-based sports. If you have a good narrative to follow with the players, it's a very powerful thing to do, and that's a very powerful thing he used to have with Biscos when he won the major. I will have a very good narrative coming to my next team, you know. So they just gave me a very good narrative. I'm just thankful for Ubisoft for everything they done.
Oh boy, I have a feeling when you come back, you're gonna come back on fire. You're ready to win.
Oh, that is another thing. I've changed. People. I'm people are gonna see. I'm gonna change my everything around my coaching style. It's I'm not I'm not committing any mistake anymore. It's gonna be very
Yeah,
different. The way I coach, everything. The
good
way
for
I
you,
react to
man.
things. I just wanna win. I do a lot
Yeah,
of research, human behavior and whatnot, and I mean there was gonna be some moments of the old boo boo on stream, but
yeah, probably the
the
competitiveness and
yeah, the
you
old
know,
boo boo is still gonna be there, but it's gonna be a much more lighthearted boo boo coming to next year.
oh, I want to see the new. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you. I want to see it. Now, when you did what made you like say, okay, listen, I got to start losing the weight. I need to do something with my life now. I need to make a better version of me. Cause I'm going to tell you right now, you look so different. You're unrecognizable. You look totally different, man. You look even younger. What made you like, I need to lose weight. Let me go to the gym. Let me work out. Let me better myself physically. This is going to help me physically. This is going to help me mentally. Let me just, do what I got to do that I could lose weight.
So, um, immediately after the ban, people don't know that, but I got out of the SI hotel. I was supposed to get my plane back a day after, but I didn't. I just got into the next door hotel. I stayed there for like 3 days, the whole SI. Um, and then I came back home from train because it was Boston, and I lived in New York. It was I could just take a train home. It was like $40, you know. So I missed the plane ticket. Uh, I got into the hotel. I just stayed there alone, silent, just myself, and I planned everything that I wanted to do. It came down to two plans. Either streaming, that the streaming part did not follow a diet plan, a fitness plan, because I felt I didn't need that, you know, to
Mhm.
do streaming. I felt it was gonna be a low pressure thing. Oh, and it was gonna be fine for me. But then there was plan B. Uh, I wanted, what if I continue playing? What if I went for the clip? You know? And just that was just my itch, like during those 3 days, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, I can't. I the plan A was thriving, I was creating scripts during those 3 days. I was sending message. I sent message to Fat. I sent message to Spoy. I sent message to uh Caliber Jacob. A lot of people inside the scene asking for info about this and how I can be a better streamer. But then in the back of my mind, there was just this anger, this feeling
Mm.
that these guys are taking something away from me, you know? These guys are taking my legacy away from me. And I just could not stand that. I just could not stand living a life without having my chip and ending my career losing to DZ21, I just could
Mm.
not stand with this. And then I made the plan B. How can I make the plan B? It's gonna be a impossible plan. I set out the impossible plan. So 2 years, no work, diet, research for mental, and also keeping my mind still inside Siege, watching every single VOD, still creating strats, still talking about strats with players inside, coaches, still being around. And yeah, I committed to Plan B. I could have went for Plan A and had a very successful life, but I can still do Plan A after I win my chip.
After you win your champ,
Yes.
your
So
championship.
I'm just living through hell right now. Hell, which kind of isn't. It's kind of like a premium vacation
Yeah.
because I've won a fair bit of share money and prize pool, so I'm very good to live these 3 years, and it's been comfortable. I have not passed through like any issues. Um, and yeah, it's been nice. It's been refreshing, It's and to keep the mind, especially like because in the past 5 years, as I said, Jeff, like I played every single world tournament in the past 5 years, every single one. It was 15 world tournaments straight. You know,
Wow.
that takes that that creates like that creates how do you say you get tired of it after a while, and you could
Mm.
see it like during my that SI that I was getting more and more,
Yeah.
um it was heavy for me, already. So this time off, it's good. It's refreshing, I needed that. I needed the
You, you,
vacation.
you needed a vacation. You needed that break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes a break, a vacation helps so much. This is why a lot of us, that work for a living, we have our jobs. we take vacations because you could only work so much, and without a vacation, you need to take a year break to be with your family, be with those that you love, and have some alone time. Whether you want to go fishing, you want to go to the gym, you want to do something, you just need a break from work, and it's very healthy. It's very healthy. And it's very good for you mentally, physically, everything. You just need that break. I bet within this time period, you were able to probably spend more time with your family, I assume. Have you
Yes.
ever spent more time with your family? You're not married, are you? Or you are married?
No, no, no. I'm
Okay.
single. I I never um no, I don't want to plan to getting married for anytime soon.
Okay. Well, then just stay like that. You're still young. You're still in your 20s, right?
Yes, I'm 27 right now.
Oh, okay.
Going to 28. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're still young, man. You got a life ahead of you. Have fun. Do all what you want to, do what you want to do. If you want to go on a cruise, go on a cruise. You want to see a live concert, do all that stuff, man. Have fun. Take this time for you. Of course, you're doing it very smart because at the same time, you also are studying new strats. You're learning a lot of new things. So when you come back, you're coming back to start hitting home runs. You're ready for this. It's a good thing, man. You're playing it very well, I believe. In my opinion, you're playing it very well. You're doing things right. You're bettering yourself. Now, out of all this stuff, what do you do on your separate time? I mean, do you have certain hobbies that you do other than Siege and all this? What you like to go fishing, or you just like to watch sports? What's your hobby?
I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about Gamer Advantage eyewear. Whether you're gaming, working, or just browsing, with Gamer Advantage blue light blocking eyewear, they are expertly crafted for gamers or for anyone that's in front of a screen for long hours. Featuring Resme lens technology, these glasses are engineered to minimize digital eye strain and shield your eyes from the detrimental effects of blue light. Doctor recommended, potentially boost focus, and significantly enhance sleep quality, ensuring you stay at the top of your game. Visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code Rascals at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. I do earn a commission when you use the promo code, which helps sustain and grow the podcast. Once again, visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code RASCALS Rascals at checkout to get 10% off your purchase.
I'm just a big nerd. As you can see in the back here, I'm just a gamer. I have a gaming collection. I'm an avid gaming collection. Like I have a lot of retro games. I go to garage sales a lot. Uh, grandma garage sales,
Yeah.
church garage sales to find these deals. Like I found um on a church like 2 weeks ago. An Armored Core game for PS3, and the guy was selling me for $5. The game on price charting is $80 right now, and this is that
Mm,
type of deals, like for example that Pokemon Red up there,
yeah.
I bought for $40 on a grandma garage sale. It's $400 on
Get the
eBay right
heck out
now.
of here, really?
Yes,
Bro,
yes,
you're better off being a collector. Don't I mean, what the heck?
yeah. There's a lot of uh um trash that can be gold, they become gold, and yeah, I'm an avid collector. I have mainly for PlayStation. I have some Nintendo, just a little bit of the classics of Xbox, but I follow PlayStation a lot. From PS1 to PS5, I have it all.
It's funny. I ask that question a lot of to my guests, a lot of pros. I say, "What do you do for as for hobbies?" They all tell me the same thing. I just play video games. That's it. They're like, "Yep." So it's very common. Everybody, we're all nerds. I mean, I have my hobbies. I like to walk. I like to, workout and stuff like that. But I love Flight Simulator. When it comes to it, at the end of the day,
Mm,
it's gaming.
insane game. Insane game. That's
Yep.
insane game.
It's the gaming. I love that. That's my passion. Just depends, the games, but yeah, it's kind of funny you say that. I'm just gaming. It's very rare I hear somebody say, "Well, I love fishing. I like to go out fishing." See, I had Summit 1G, which is a good buddy, and when I asked him a question, well, he likes to snowboard. And so I was like, "Oh, okay, that's totally different." He loves snowboarding. He's a hardcore gamer, but he just once he gets his off time, he goes with his wife and they go up to the mountains and then loves to snowboard. And that's very rare. I hear some people that like do hobbies out of gaming. That's why I was curious to ask you, what was your hobby? You know, but now you're currently living here in the United States, right?
Yeah, I live in New York.
Oh wow, you're up north. Okay, yeah, and you want to like eventually go back to Brazil because you miss home.
No. Um, I wanna build my wealth around the US, and eventually, like, I'm gonna retire, and then I'm gonna have a beach house in Brazil. But that's my end game.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much down the line.
Wow, Brazil. I need to go visit Brazil. I
But
can't
yeah,
wait.
like Brazil food is so much better than here. Like US food is so bad.
Bland. Yeah.
It's not that it's bland. It's just it's so like
Yeah, it's different.
it's not organic. It's not, like it's just not doesn't feel natural. Like when you go to Europe, for example, even Europe food is so much better, than American food. For some reason. Only that there's one thing the Americans know how to do very well. Okay, fried chicken,
Oh, fried chicken.
ribs,
Yeah, ribs.
ribs, and burgers. These three things,
You're
you
talking
guys are the
about Southern
best.
food. Yeah, that's you gotta know where to get the ribs. There's some
Yeah.
places that burgers that are really good. There's some good Southern food. You got Amish people that make everything by hand. Everything is
Oh yes, I
organic.
went to this place. Oh, it's crazy. Yes,
Oh
yes,
man, have you tried their food?
yes, yes, yes. I did.
Their food is freaking good.
Yes.
And they're like, we make our own butter. Like they make it real. I was like, wow. Everything is like freaking delicious, very homemade, organic. Very rare, but you could find it, in certain locations. Their jams, the jelly that you put peanut butter and jelly, their
Oh,
jellies is delicious. They take the berries and they squeeze it and mush it and they just do it like all naturally. But yeah.
when I went to the Charlotte Major, I I don't. We went to a random restaurant that was very highly rated on Google, but it was in the middle of the street on a random street on the coming to Charlotte. I went with my family. It was the craziest restaurant I ever went in the US to this day. Like they had the breast ribs. Their sauce was so different. Like they had like 4 different barbecue sauces
Hmm.
in the desk, and yeah, it was perfect, man. Like uh, the perfect American experience I had on the restaurant.
I was talking to Vini Coriosi. You know him?
No. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The secrets psychologist. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think he's no longer with Secret now. I think he's with another org. He's working
Yes,
for another
yes.
org. But
Heroic,
huh? Yeah,
heroic. I don't
I
remember.
think so. I think heroic. I can't remember. But we were talking about coffee.
Sorry.
You're good. There you
Yeah.
go. We're talking about coffee, Brazilian coffee, and I even had this conversation with JP just not so long ago. I had him on, and we were talking about the Brazilian coffee, and I was talking about Puerto Rican coffee because it's strong, good, bold flavor. You know, when I told Vinny, I said, Vinny, when I came to the United States, I noticed that the coffee is like very watered down.
Yes.
And I was like, what the heck is this? I need it darker. I need a dark roll. I need to be stronger because I'm not used to it. In Puerto Rico and the island, everything's like strong, very bold.
Like Cuban coffee too. It's crazy.
Yes, basically the same, but Puerto
Yes.
Rico and Cuba is basically a little bit identical, except we're U.S. We're American citizens. We're a Commonwealth, U.S. citizens. If you go to the island, you got to use U.S. currency because they're there. It's American dollar, So,
Yes.
so it's pretty neat.
Puerto
But yeah,
Rico, I think it's Marco's family is from there.
Marco.
Marco's, yeah, yeah. He's, if I'm not mistaken, he said it. Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
think so.
I
Yeah,
never knew. See, I gotta talk more. I gotta bring
yeah.
Marco back on the pod because I never knew that. That'd be awesome. That's pretty cool. And you're in New York, so there's tons of Puerto Ricans there. Now, those Puerto Ricans, let me tell you something. You gotta watch out because you got what we call the New York Ricans, the New York Ricans. Then you got the Puerto Ricans from the island. So we kind of like sometimes we kind of butt heads a lot. you know, like, wait, where you from? Oh, I'm from New York. Oh, you're a New York Rican? Okay. But you're not from the island. You were never born in the island? Okay. So then we kind of like separate ourselves a little bit. Because they're very different from what we are from the island.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
They don't
It's
a lot of them, they
it's a
don't
different
understand
bubble.
this. Yeah, they don't understand the struggle that we had to go through. Yeah, they lived in the United States all their life. They could get a job, get high paying salaries. Over there in the island, you can't. You got to struggle a little bit more to even find a job. It's a lot tougher.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different. But the good thing about New York, you got it. You go to Little Italy, you could go to Chinatown. You got everything over there.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Like the town I'm on that is a Italian town, and then the next one to it is Brazilians and Portuguese, and then the
Oh.
town next to it, it's more Puerto Rican and
Hmm.
uh Honduran too, a little bit. So yeah, a lot of people from
Got
a
a
lot of
little
different
bit of
towns. Yeah, left and right.
multicultural and wow. So I bet when you go to the Brazilian side, I feel like home. Oh man. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So do you keep in contact with your family down in Brazil or the
No, we
majority all of them are here in the United States?
my whole family, like my main family,
Mm-hmm.
we are all here. My brothers and my parents. My brothers, they moved away now from to college. One of them is in Seattle, and the other one is in Nashville. Uh, one decided to become doctor. The other one wants to be a physics doctor. So yeah,
Okay.
they bunch of nerds too.
Oh, really? That's awesome. So with you, after this, have you ever, sat down and said, okay, after esports, is there something that you want to pursue?
I'm thinking to stay on esports.
Stay in
Well,
the esports
that's
industry?
probably gonna be my yeah. That's probably gonna be my end. I wanna uh I wanna make this right with streaming and especially in the later end get into the organization side of it
Mm-hmm.
and help grow an org to become great. Because I've been getting a lot of experience during these years and I know the know-how and yeah, I can definitely help a lot of orgs to get
Yeah,
better.
that's true.
But for my, I wanna see that how streaming will go too, because it's a lot of people ask me, to go. No, you're a good personality, you're gonna be funny, you're gonna have a lot of views, and yeah, uh, I wanna do it, and I have a lot of plans, YouTube videos, documentaries. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be very good.
Oh, that's
apart from
awesome.
streaming. It's gonna be the whole package,
Yeah. Now, excuse me, if you do, I mean, you're gonna stay in the esports scenery, but if you're gonna be working for orgs, have you ever considered like going for management to be a manager of a team?
not a manager of a team. Mainly, I wanna be one of the guys that gets to decide how every team is gonna look like.
Okay.
The rosters, who to look for. I'm very good at acquiring talent and managing those talents. Not just inside Siege. I feel like I
There's
can
one
I
pl-
if I do some research for like 2, 3 months consistently, like let's say Counter-Strike or League of Legends or Hearts of Stone, I can know who's gonna be good. Uh, I
correct.
have the ways. I have the ways to make it work.
That's what I was trying to get at because I don't know how long Siege is gonna last. Hopefully, it doesn't die out soon. Hopefully it stays out, for many, many years. If, UB decides to do things right with this game.
Oh, I
And
think it's gonna stay for a while.
I think so too. I don't think
It's
Siege is gonna die out soon. I mean, they have to
because
fix the
it's been
cheating issue that they're
no, they
having,
don't
but
have to do anything. The game's gonna stay because the game is good. Because there's been 11 years.
yeah.
It's been 11 years since Siege launch, and there hasn't been a single game that launched that is like Siege from this day. 11 years. And Counter-Strike release, they launched Valorant. League of Legends, Dota release, they launched League of Legends. There's not a single competitor to Siege from this day. Why? You know? Because the game is unique. The game's fucking unique. There's no way around it.
The only game that
And
I could say that come a little bit close is Ready or Not.
I never played it. I never played it. That's cool. That's cool to know.
You got to play it. I tried it out. It's really neat.
So it's map based. So there's a map based attack and
Map
defense
base, yeah, and then
operators.
you're the police and you got to get the hostages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool, cool.
I mean, best thing to do is to go on YouTube or watch some streamers play it. It's really really neat, but it's not,
And I'm not
like
being like a pushover or
no, it's
anything,
more
because I really feel like
realism, like the
I
FBI SWATs going inside versus like over here Rainbow uses smoke and you got glass. You can see,
yeah.
or you got shield operators and you got the Deimos that could see people through walls and stuff. No, they don't have none of that stuff. Theirs is more like, let's get rid of all that baloney and let's do the thing like if it's real life tactics.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Which in my opinion, this is my opinion, I believe a lot in the real tactics. I like the old school Siege versus
Yes, year one, right?
today.
Yes, me
Yes.
too.
Well, my problem is, and I talked to this with several guys. I don't freaking if
Remember the sound of year one? How crazy it was? It was
oh
perfect.
yeah,
The sound of the game was perfect
it was it
back
was
then.
it was it was it was incredible. But my issue is that I have, and once again, it's an opinion, is that they know that there's issues with cheaters. Cheaters like to wall hack. But then, okay, let's make some operators that could see through walls. And then now, and I'm saying to myself, okay, that takes out the competitiveness in the game. I don't like it. If you want to prove to me that you're good, okay, guess what? Take off that ability. Don't use that operator. Let's go toe to
Like
toe.
Demos, Lion,
Yeah. Demas, Jackal, Cavi, get rid of that.
the new
Okay?
Solid Snake. You see the new op? He can
Oh,
literally see
my
through a
freaking
op.
goodness. Okay,
It's
get
literally
rid of
like a
that.
UAV. It's literally like UAV.
I mean, I'm like, take that off and let's see. Let's go toe to toe in a good gunfight. Let's see how
Yes.
good you are. I know tons of them. They're gonna do horrible. They're not gonna. They're not gonna perform well. They're gonna suck because
It's
they depend on that so much and so heavily.
it's
Oh,
too much power creep, right?
I need to see you through a wall in order to kill you, to get a kill, and to do good. And for me, that's one of the things that's just kind of like, oh man, is that okay? I can understand you could use lion. Lion, everybody, they just know that if they hear the lion thing, they just stand still and it doesn't, and it only pings you for like a half a second, boop, and then it disappears.
But that's
But
the thing about
gamers,
Lion on competitive. Like, if you time the Lion with the exact time of the execute and they can't move, if they don't move, they're fucked.
exactly, you can't
That's why,
move, but
yeah,
still, if it,
if the time of the
it's
execute we're perfectly positioned and then we're
yeah.
pushing,
Now
like
push, push, push. Now plant, So, but excuse me, I mean, I that one I could kind of bypass a little bit, but the Damas and Jackal and
but
other,
remember Lion when it launched?
oh my God, that was horrible. It was brutal. I was dying every round. I said, forget this. I don't want to play this game no more
Yes.
because it
Yeah.
makes no point. There's,
And
I
there was
mean,
no bans back then. You couldn't ban enough back
you
then.
cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot whatsoever. And it was just pinging you and pinging you and pinging you. And it was like, this is horrible, man. I can't do this. I don't want to play this no more. It's not even fun. Now you know my location. And it could be a copper killing a diamond player. It's like, oh, I see him. I know where he's at now. Do 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 through wall bangs you. You're
But
dead.
Jeff, that's the thing about Siege, that I love
I
about
know
Siege,
that's the thing
because
about Siege, but it
that's
ticks
the
me
thing. No,
off.
no, no. Yeah, exactly. Jeff, let me tell you a secret, Jeff. I hate the game. I don't play the
Me too.
game. I don't play the game at all. I just love creating threats on it. It's just amazing, amazing. It's the competitive scene of this game.
Mhm.
It's the best one, I can tell you. Besides the mobile ones, which are really good, there has detail, has Siege.
Mm.
But even Siege, I feel like it's more complex than League of Legends or Dota, because Dota and League of Legends is one map only. They have 2000 ops too, the same way as Siege, but
Yeah.
we in Siege we have 9 maps. We have 9 metas to control. Not it's like, and every single map plays out differently, and we have to understand the meta of each and every single map and play according to the nature of the map. You can't force playstyles. For example, on Border, you gotta play chaotic, you gotta play aggressive, or you're gonna get rammed. Or and
True.
on Clubhouse, if you play Clubhouse like that, you're just gonna get rammed. If you play chaotic, if you play aggressive, you gotta play passive on that map. And
Mm.
like, there's not that level of depth on League of Legends, because there's just one, you know.
Yeah.
And on Siege, there's 9 maps to react off, plus the ops, which League of Legends already has. And yeah, like, it's very complex. On the competitive side, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. But playing ranked, playing casual, the game is very poorly made. Like, there's no reason to play the game right now at this moment, Because, like, let's say Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike has the API. Their API is pretty much open. They People can create mods on the servers and create different types of game modes anytime, right?
Mm.
So that creates a level of replayability infinite. Players can become investors in the game with the skin market. I know there was a crash, but it just follows a regular stock market. Like, just like every stock market has a crash, they had it too.
Correct.
And yeah, there's a lot of ways to play the game and be engaged with it. With Siege, there's only the competitive today. It literally is just the competitive carrying the scene, you know? But
Yeah.
mainly because the competitive is so fucking good. It's just so good to watch, you know?
I
And
know
that's
it's good to watch.
today my life in Siege is on Google Drive. It's on Google, yeah, it's literally on Google Drive, everything. Because I
Wow.
just play the game on the chest of it. I just put the pieces there, I see, and they
And you
react.
could just visualize it. You could see it And you're like, okay, let's make this move, make this move. Did you get to coach? You get to coach Iconic?
Yes, yes.
Good
For two
friend of mine,
years. No, 1
phenomenal.
year actually.
Iconic is phenomenal human being. I had him on not too long ago, and I'm glad he's making a comeback.
Oh,
And
he's gonna come back too. It's gonna be nice to see too.
oh, can't wait, man. I told Iconic, I said, bro, I can't freaking wait you to come back. Can't wait. I think he should hook up with you, man. So he could get learn a couple of stuff, Just don't know who he's gonna go for now or which team may pick him up.
Oh,
But
he's starting he's starting to get to know better because he's being a lot of time out,
yeah.
and he's just taking it slow at the moment. He's going for T2, I think,
Yeah,
and
he's
I think that's the way to go for him, to find a good team, because all he needs
yeah.
is to find two good rookies, and then he's on, because he has the leadership to guide the team to the top. All he needs is a cracked kid with a
Yeah.
cracked aim to guide him to the best, because
Freaking good.
he can guide those kids to be the best. Pretty sure he can do that. He's a
There's
very
this
good agile.
there's this another friend of mine that I would like you to watch. And I had him on the podcast. The thing is, he's from South Africa, but this guy plays really freaking good. He competed in that region down there. He competed. He was part of a team and all this and that. But it's very different, in South Africa. But he's gonna move to Europe pretty soon. I don't know, within this year or so. And he's phenomenal. He's played and he's friends with Bikini Brody,
Uh-huh.
and he's played with him. And I mean, this guy, I told him, listen, it's your time to go pro. And he says, Jeff, I'm ready. Problem is, he doesn't have the connections, doesn't know the people, because he's on a league of his own. So I honestly, this guy is good. He's like Apollo in a way. He has crazy strats, plays really, really good. Very focused type of person. Um, Later on, I'll send you his Twitch channel so you could check him out. You could probably see his play style and see how the way he plays. Problem is when he plays against NA players or his ping goes through the roof because
Yeah,
he's in South Africa.
it's impossible to play.
Yeah, very impossible. But he's very, very, very smart. Is one of those players, there's a lot of players they're diamonds in the desert. You just don't know.
Oh yeah.
And then if once they get recognized and they're onto the scene, they become legends. They become the GOAT. So
That's what happened with Brazil. That's literally what happened.
yeah,
Every single console player back then, they the everyone hated us. The people coming when we migrated all the players from PS4 to PC, we were like the joke of the scene. Oh,
mhm.
these kids, they're not gonna uh they're gonna play as good as the aimers of PC. But yeah, the rest is history.
Let me tell you something about Brazil, okay, my friend, because I love Brazil. I think I'm part Brazilian, brother. Let me tell you something. You guys have the number one best, the GOAT Formula racer, Ayrton Senna, which is my favorite. I love Ayrton, and I never met him. You guys have the best soccer player, in my opinion, better than Messi. As a matter of fact, he taught Messi, Ronaldinho.
Oh, we have a lot of
Ronaldinho.
goats. For soccer, we
Okay,
have Ronaldinho, we
for
have
me,
Ronaldo, we have
there's
Pele.
nobody like
So many.
Ronaldinho. I mean, I don't care what people, and I have people debate me on this, but Jeff, you got to understand. I said, brother, when Ronaldinho start going like this and smiling, and he has that long hair, that guy took 3 men to go against him, and he still beats them. You guys have Team Phase, got W7M, you got, the world of soccer, Formula
Yeah, but like
Racing.
these
My freaking
guys,
goodness. You guys are
they were
blessed.
hated. Like W7M Phase,
Mm-hmm.
besides Cyber and Souls, every single player came from console. Every single one.
Wow.
All the W7M roster and all the players from Phase, besides Souls and Cyber. Cyber is the only guy remaining because Ness just retired. He's the only BF player remaining. Oh, I think Sexy Cake is another one. He's the only BF player remaining. All the rest in Pro League right now is basically just console in Brazil. My theory behind it is because when you play console,
It's the
okay,
water. Tell me it's the
no,
water.
no. My theory behind it, is like when you start playing the game with Siege on a PC,
Mm-hmm.
you get used to a way of playing the game that is, I don't know, like you have unlimited potential, like your aim can do a lot of impossible things on the game.
Yeah.
And that gives you a bad habit of positioning,
Correct.
and because you have kind of a superpower. So like these quick aimers, they have crazy clips, right? But they're doing impossible things, and they used to doing impossible things, wrong things. When these players playing console, they start playing the game on console instead. They only kill there if they position themselves correctly, because it's so hard to aim with a controller. It's so bad.
That's what I do. I use
So
controller on PC. It's horrible.
yeah, exactly. So you need to position yourself really well to get the kill there. So
Correct.
that's why players coming from console, they naturally are better,
So
or even though they don't have the technical powers of the players that progressively played on mouse and keyboard.
correct. So this is so you're saying this is why Stompin is pretty good at this game?
Yes. And most of
No.
these console kids on Jinxiverse is the same thing that happened with Brazil. The same thing.
Wow.
Because the console players are just a different build.
So
They
in little words, you're saying, Jeff, stop using the controller on R6. Come use mouse and keyboard, and you're gonna be just as good as Chico. Stop. Boo boo, I love you, man. Thank you so much, man. I love you, man. Now I feel good. I'm ready, man.
yeah,
I'm ready to go out. I'm gonna
you,
freaking be
you,
part of a pro team.
on
At
the
my age,
animes,
damn.
when they train with extra weights,
Mm-hmm.
like Goku when he goes to the extra gravity tournament. Yeah, it's the same thing when you play with controller.
Oh man, I gotta try it. I tried so many times. I'm just horrible at it. Oh god. I'm like, okay, I gotta press E, I gotta press W to go for A. Oh my god, it just drives me insane. I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna be really honest. And I know we gotta get closing here soon because you gotta go to work. Um, for me, in my opinion, the best SI would always be Brazil. Brazil SI.
That one was tough to beat.
Oh my! I
But
think I could. I'm gonna tell you honestly, W7M versus FaZe, they went 100%. You could tell when these teams are playing another team and they didn't put up much of a fight. Like JP told me, he says, Jeff, when we went against Team Secret, we weren't going full force. We weren't putting 100%, onto this. We went to a different strategy. But when in Brazil, W7M versus FaZe, they were going at it. And for W7M coming back from one match they were just about to lose, and they came back and they won all of it and win the SI.
2-2-2-3, and the last map was 6-1. 6-1 to FaZe.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It was cinema. And
It
funny
was
story
him.
about this. Funny story about this. I'm like Prox is my brother. I love him, even though I was competing against him.
Mhm.
Like on the first title, uh, I was I was in Copenhagen with him. I qualified the same way. I got grouped. I had the opportunity to go to the stadium. I did not want to jinx my friend, and then he won. The second one, I had the opportunity again to go. And I did not went. I went to the movie theater again to do the same thing. And both times I went to the movie theater instead of going to the stadium. On second one was Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta. Second one was Atlanta, and then the third one at SI in Brazil. That one I said, fuck it, bro. I wanna watch this guy win. I wanna watch this guy win. I stayed there up until map 5, and then it was 5-1. 5-1. And I was watching with Vivas, and I said, bro, we gotta leave. We gotta leave. He's only winning if we leave. And then he said, no way, no way, no way. I wanna continue, I wanna continue. No, we're leaving. We're leaving. We don't understand. And you can't watch the game. You can't watch the game. And he's gonna win. And then I left, and the rest is history, you know. And then again, last year, last year, secret finals on the Esports World Cup. I watched every game up until the final. I went to the beach. Didn't jinx my boy Vivas, and then he won all 4 times.
Wow.
The anti jinx works, you know. So I just gotta keep going.
Yeah, you just gotta.
So how the fuck would I win if I can't be present?
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna FaceTime each other when I go play the lottery. You're gonna say, Jeff, I'm not gonna look.
So when the match ends, I'm just gonna leave the podium. I'm just
Yeah.
not even gonna be on the trophy case. Just let it watch. Just let it watch from the TV.
Oh
That's probably what
man.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I was happy to see Team Secret. I mean, they won the World Cup. That's wild. Freaking wild. World Cup. And I told Marlon, and you know, when they lost SI, I said, listen, you came in second place. That's phenomenal, but baby, you got a freaking World Cup. And in the World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo's there. They're not in SI. They're in the World Cup, and he is. So I say, keep your head up, be proud. You're good. Phenomenal Brazilians, man. Just love them. Just love them. Well, brother, I know the time is of essence, and I know you got a lot of things going on. And I'm gonna go back getting my sleep, but because this was an honor and a pleasure talking to you, man. You're phenomenal. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
It's been an honor to talk to you, Jeff. Finally,
Yeah,
uh,
finally, man.
it was a good show.
Thank you. See, I
Hopefully
tell you, it's laid back,
everyone. Oh,
chilling.
sorry.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I tell
everyone
you,
enjoyed, and that's it.
yeah, man, yeah. Well, tell everybody your socials, where they could find you, where they could, whatever socials you got. Go ahead, stage is
every
yours.
s- every single social I have, Bodega de Leal, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, everything. So
Okay, folks, I'm gonna post this on X. Don't forget to even follow the podcast, the Rascals Lounge podcast on Twitter or X, however you want to call it. I'm gonna spell his name so you can get it right. Please follow him on X, Twitter. BUDEGADELEAO. And I'm not gonna repeat it, darn it, because it's freaking long. But follow him. Follow him. He's a very humble, nice human being, as you can tell, a phenomenal person. Please give him a follow on X, and so you keep tabs of what he's doing. And he's going to make a good comeback. He's going to be phenomenal, and I'm sure he's going to win a champion. To me, he's a champion already, but he wants to win it. Fine, go for it. But thank you. God bless you. And well, brother, Viva Brasil!
see you guys.
Okay, brothers. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. God bless. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode on the Rascals Lounge podcast, and please don't forget to follow us on X and on your favorite podcast platform.